Hello everyone and welcome back to another Big Ambitions video. In our last episode we had a look at the new electronics store, the new items that came with it, and built it in a medium-sized building. Of course, that is not a true reflection of the actual profits that can be made with this store, and in today's video we're gonna take a deep dive session and see its true potential. So let's check out the map and see if we have any new opportunities in Midtown, because last time when we had a look at this, there wasn't that many choices and we had this building which is still available at 24 traffic index, 1,000 square meters, which is a little bit too low in my opinion. And it looks like we have another one here. Luck is on our side and the game has given us a new opportunity to check out this new business. So we have 1,000 square meters, 75 customers maximum, and 41 traffic index, which I think it's a pretty damn good building. So let's not waste any time and rent it out. And here we have the electronics store. We're gonna go with Mega Tech World, since this is gonna be the largest store that we can possibly get in this game. And I'm just trying to see which ones are the new logos, and I think this is it. These ones right here. This looks like a phone. So let's go with this one. We're gonna make it like this. Okay, so let's check out the store before we do anything else. This is it. This is our new shop. It's nothing too different. It actually, in fact, is the same as all the other 1,000 square meter shops. And we have this separated storage area, which is something I'm looking for in any stores. And I'm mentioning this because in the previous video, when we check out the electronics store, I only had access to a medium-sized building, this one here, because this one had a decent traffic index, and the only other available one in Midtown would have been this one at 24. So today I'm happy to see that there's another one at 1,000. We're gonna try and create the best business possible and be as efficient as we can, and check how much profits does this make in comparison with our clothing stores, which, as you know, as of the recent update 0.4, they have been nerfed. In my opinion, I think the devs did that so they can shed more light onto the new store, but at the same time, I think that the clothing store was such a high income and such a big difference between itself and the rest of the businesses available in the market that the players did not have any incentive to even try other businesses, because clothing stores were so powerful. Imagine this, why would I make 2, 3, 4 fruits and vegetable stores and have around 20k profit a day, when I can make a couple of these ones and triple or quadruple my profits in a day? So without further ado, let's go ahead and transform this empty place into something that is worth talking about. So right off the bat, we need some checkout counters. And we know one counter can serve 30 people. So by having 2, we will reach 60. The building capacity is 75. And I want to optimize this building capacity to the best of my ability. So ideally we will have 3. So let's do that. We're gonna take 2 right and 1 left, and we'll figure out what is the best positioning. Next, let's get some speakers. I think 12 should be enough for the walls, and then 2 large ones we can place in the corners. Then let's get some tables. I'm gonna go with 32 tables. I don't know if this is overkill or if it's just about right, but I'm thinking it should be okay. And then we need some security cameras, and we've reached the maximum capacity for the shopping basket right now. So let's place the first order, which is gonna arrive on Tuesday, and we can wait until then. So let's first have something to eat, because as we saw in the previous video, the devs have done some changes, some tweaks to the way our character behaves in relationship with food. And while before we would have been able to go about our day without anything in our hunger bar, this time around our character seems to get sad a lot more frequently, which in effect causes us to be unable to enter buildings, which of course impacts our gameplay and drives us to actually eat food. I'm gonna start with the product display tables, and for this build I'm envisioning again an Apple store. And with the size of this building, I think we're gonna have an even better time optimizing it and making it look just like that. I'm not saying the Apple Store is the best store there is, but everything appears to be so organized and flush and clean. So I'm gonna try and mimic the same thing. So at the back here, we're gonna put the checkout counters, and then starting from this line, I think it would be appropriate to have the product display tables. There were a couple of you in the comment section that had mentioned that the costs for building this store are high. But in my opinion, I did not find it that much more expensive compared to other stores of a similar size. I believe the cost of the storage shelves, security cameras, speakers, and other decorations are well over the cost of the necessary items to operate an electronics store. But, as you mentioned as well in the comments, the store is well worth it as it is a true money generator. Regarding the build, the most tedious part of it was bringing in all these tables and filling up the place. As I was doing that, I had a rough idea of how I wanted the store to look, and close to the walls there would be plenty of product tables parallel to them, with plenty of space for our customers to walk by and conduct their shopping in peace. In the middle of the store, the placement of the product tables will shift, creating a change in pace and with it a curiosity towards our customers. By positioning the tables horizontally, a question will ignite in the brains of our customers. What products are they selling here? And with it, our product placements will come in as well. I'm trying here to blend a little bit of the aesthetic into functionality, so I know some of you will say, but hey, you could place the tables much more closer to one another and fit even more than what you currently have. And while that is true, and I'm not arguing with it, I'm not going for that particular aesthetic. So I want this to feel like there's room to breathe, because between these two rows there will be clients walking in and about the store, and I want them to not feel like they don't have space. But at the same time, I'm gonna make sure that everything that we have here is enough to fit all of the products and reach that 75 limit. As mentioned before, for the store we got 3 checkout counters, which will be placed at the end of it. Each one can serve 30 customers, so we ensure that we are not bottlenecking the building capacity. Ever since the recent changes, my favorite part of any build is adding the Christmas decorations. I really love how the Christmas tree looks and the choices we have for the Christmas presents and the Christmas lighting, of course. We cannot forget about our trusted planter boxes, which are present in most of my recent builds. Their purpose is to create a nice lane for our customers as soon as they walk into our store. It also nicely separates the entrance of the store from the main attractions. For the design of the floors and walls, I went with bright neutral colors so that our products will stand out more as soon as you step foot in the store. I've also changed the queue order since all 3 tills were having the same entrance as a start point and the queues would have been a nightmare to manage. Lastly, I had to assign the products for each display table. The logic here was to segment them by location, and with a little bit of experience gathered from our previous store, we learned that our customers are mainly looking for rhythm by trays, which are the over-ear headphones, and the noise earbuds, so I've assigned them to the outward product display tables located next to the walls. I left the center of the store allocated for the smartwatches and phones, pairing each side with the correct product. Thank you so much for watching part 1 of this video. Make sure you have the bell notifications turned on so you don't miss part 2, where we'll discuss the in-depth results of this business and more.